When you hear that sound, that means it's time for the party to get started. Nikki Thomas in the afternoon, 102.9 KBLX. I hope you're having a wonderful day, KBLX family. We're coming to you to bring you some information, some inspiration, and some community today. Together we heal. Perhaps you've been hearing me talk about it on the radio, and today we are bringing the experts together so that we can keep on healing and keep on being in the community. I have actually two special guests today from the San Francisco African American Arts and Culture District. First, we have the Director of District Projects. Please welcome Erica Scott.
Hey.
Hey, and then she's got the nerve to be cute too. Welcome.
Thank
you. Thank you for being a part
nice
of the conversation.
You, Nikki. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. It's nice to see you too, sis. It's nice to see anybody in this virtual world nowadays, but we take that community any way that we can create it. So I am just so happy that we're able to be together like this.
Yes.
And I did say too, so I have another wonderful guest. He is the operations director, Eben, like Ebony without the Y. I think that's so fly. Eben Sean Glenn is here. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I feel really good making a connection, seeing your beautiful faces today. And we're going to talk about Together We Heal because it looks good, it sounds good, it feels good, but we're going to dig a little bit deeper today. So first of all, let's start at the beginning. Tell us about the San Francisco African American Arts and Culture District.
So the SFAACD, it's a special organization that was put into inception by Malia Cohen in 2018. The goal was to support African American residents, small businesses, faith-based organizations, and just Black folks in general in the city of San Francisco. But we've been focusing our efforts in the Baby Hunters Point. That's our corridor. We allocate support resources to community to just ensure that our people get the support that they deserve. As you may or may not know, African Americans in San Francisco only make up under 4% of the population. So like that's the majority of the reason why we exist. We want to make sure that there's no more demigration. And we also want to bring folks home, you know? And so that's the core of who we are.
I love it. I love it. So tell us about how COVID-19 has affected San Francisco's Black community.
So, I mean, that's a multi-pronged issue. So when we first did the numbers, African Americans in the Baby Hunters Point, or just the Baby Hunters Point in general, was hit the hardest by COVID-19 out of any other neighborhood in San Francisco. What that did, it pretty much exacerbated the issues that already existed in our community as far as unemployment, the lack of resources for food, supplies. Our small businesses were basically they basically shut down. There's a lot of distribution of food to these big buildings that now are no longer available because there's no more catering and things of that nature. So it was just affected in a really big way. Yeah.
So let's talk about the Together We Heal campaign. What is it? Can you tell us more about it? And who are the people in the photos?
Okay, so Together We Heal is a campaign. It's an awareness campaign for us to constantly stay safe and to be mindful of this pandemic that just kind of sprung out on, us throughout the whole world, basically. And the San Francisco African American Arts and Cultural District, we partner with the San Francisco Department of Emergency in their marketing department to make sure that the messaging that was going out for COVID was culturally competent. that, when you see images that look like you or colors that resonate with you, you feel included. And so we wanted to make sure that while all this was going on, that we were represented as a people. Like Evan spoke of, it's a tragedy that there are so few Black people in San Francisco. And so our campaign and this awareness was really just showing the strength of who we are as a people. And we appreciate the resources from the government and other entities. But at the end of the day, together is how we've been doing what we do. And so we just went through our communities, through our neighborhoods of Black people. We took pictures, and now the images, you can see them on buses, you can see them at the bus stops, you can see them on billboards throughout the city. And it's our people. It's people from various communities. It's people who live in these communities, who work in these communities, the essential workers, our teachers, our doctors, our kids. It just shows who we are and how much of a part of San Francisco that we are. So again, we just went throughout all the communities. We had these masks. They say together we heal. And now I'm getting phone calls with people and they're like, my picture's on the bus, Erica. And I'm like, your picture is on the bus because you deserve for your picture to be on the bus.
It says a lot. It says a lot.
Yeah. Doesn't that say a lot?
That says everything.
Right. So we're just doing it together. And we're showing the world what we do when we do come together.
And what does Together We Heal mean to you? You doing this work right now?
Yeah. So obviously COVID has had a huge impact. And like Evan said, it just kind of shined a bright light on what we already know, what goes on in our communities. And Together We Heal, for me, I'm just seeing, like, with Black Lives Matter, when people would ask me, what did that mean to me? I said, I finally have a voice for how I've been feeling my whole life. And so it's okay that we feel the way we feel. It's a reality on how we feel. And Together We Heal means to me that we matter. Like it's a real thing. And so just us coming together, we come with the film crew from the Department of Emergency, and it looks real fancy, and the different people from the communities, they get excited. So it's just a bright light in what's going on. And at the same time, reminding us that the healing process is going to be forever, basically. But as we relate to the COVID, just making sure we stay safe, make sure we keep each other safe. And like you said, find ways of communicating with each other, even if it can't be in person or you can't hug somebody. But just know that we're doing all this together.
So, Eben, how does Together We Heal encourage community members to get vaccinated?
So, similar to what Erica just said, a lot of it is about messaging. A lot of it is about the community identifying with the citywide cultural competent messaging that's put out there. So prior to us coming aboard, there just wasn't anything specific to the African-American community that folks could relate to. Due to that fact, we became disinterested. If you go to different neighborhoods, you'll see advertisements in different languages. You'll see imagery that looks like those communities. Well, obviously we speak English, right? So due to that fact, messaging will come out, in a way where it looks really vanilla. And what we did is we said, yes, we do speak English, but we're African-American and we need Pan-African colors. We need Black folks on these flyers. That way it'll resonate. We need a COVID rap. That way it'll resonate with the youth. And what it did was it inspired other community-based organizations to then decide to join the campaign. And I think due to that fact, that's when it kind of took off. We support, part of what the Culture District does is we support community-based organizations with their capacity, and also we market for them. So for example, the 94124 COVID Connect and Care team, ran by Rafiki Coalition, we advertise for them on our site. So people know where to get vaccinated, what location to get vaccinated at. That's 1800 Oakdale in the Baby Hunters Point, and also where to get tested for COVID, which is at 3 different sites within the Baby Hunters Point. Mm-hmm. So we advertised those things, and what it did was it gave people an option. Because here's the thing too, and I don't want to be long-winded, but we don't want to force anyone to get vaccinated either. So we do multiple touches. What that means is we give flyers out. We talk to people multiple times because sometimes people aren't ready, right? And because they want more information, they want to know about Johnson & Johnson or Moderna or Pfizer. They want to know, right, like the rate of success and failure and all of that. And then they'll call you back and say, hey, I'm ready. Can I schedule an appointment? Mm-hmm. So it's and every neighborhood's different, but in the Black community, that's how we're able to get those numbers up. And now the Baby Hunters Point has over 70% of its community vaccinated.
Excellent work. Let's just jump in right here. So as far as the campaign, how can we be a part of this? Either of you.
Yeah. Okay. So the campaign is actually, we started it in September, and it just keeps growing. And we even got some interest to make it Bay Area Together We Heal campaign. So KBLX can definitely help us with that. We have more masks. We just want to come and take pictures of people wearing masks. Or you can send in your selfies. That was the first part of the campaign. And again, we're just posting them on our social media sites. Again, we're doing some print ads. And again, people are just excited when they see themselves. So you can still send in some selfies to us at our website, and we'll post them. Yeah.
Okay, because this is exciting to me. It's like, wait a minute, a great campaign is one that, makes everybody aware. It gives information and resources, and it makes people want to be a part of what's happening. So for more information, the website address is right there, sfaacd.org. And you can click above or below, depending on where you're watching us. If somebody shared the video, the link should be somewhere nearby for you to click on and be a part of this. We're so happy when we have conversations with folks who, A, wants us to win as a community, and B, makes it easy for us to empower ourselves. Yes. And obviously you sat down and thought about every little detail. It's like, hey, we want to see ourselves on the bus. We want to be a part of this, and we want information so that we can make informed choices. So all of that is so super powerful. We can certainly be in worry because, hey, we're in a pandemic, but when we have conversations like this, it certainly makes me feel a lot better knowing that I'm not alone, and whatever anxieties and depressions are happening because of this thing, it's not going to last very long because we have great folks like you doing this great work. So I know, I just feel all kinds of ways right now. Thank you guys so much. Erica Scott, Director of District Projects, and Eben Sean Glenn, Operations Director of the San Francisco African American Arts and Culture District, sfaacd.org for more information. Together we heal, and indeed we do. Thank you so much, family.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you.